I spent a year living in Singapore as a UK expat, and the food was incredible. But Kuala Lumpur fed me better. Because for most of my life, eating like this was never simple for a Muslim traveller like me. What I eat isn't just a dietary preference. It's based on my beliefs. And that means I can't just walk into any hawker stall, kopitiam, or restaurant in the world with ease. I first have to look for the sign that says the food is halal.
Is this place halal?
Yeah, it's Muslim friendly.
It's Muslim friendly. Thank you so much.
I've travelled around Southeast Asia, Europe, Mexico, and even back home in the UK, where food always feels complicated because of dietary requirements. I will discover something that looks amazing, but more often than not, I'm having to walk away. Because finding good, delicious halal food can sometimes be hard work when travelling.
When the options are slim, we end up just resorting to getting chips and a coffee. But luckily, I love chips. Who doesn't?
Halal just means something that is permissible. It's based on how dishes are prepared and what's in it. It's about being mindful of what I can and cannot consume, similar to being vegetarian or vegan.
If you're vegan or vegetarian, let me know in the comments how you find food specific to your dietary requirements. There's all the meats.
In Singapore, I never really struggled to find halal food. The options are abundant. But when it came to certain must-try dishes, viral spots, or famous hawker stalls, there was a chance I couldn't eat there. I'd have to miss out on what everyone else was indulging in.
Unfortunately, she's saying it's not halal. Well,
Even if Anthony Bourdain highly recommended it.
I don't think many Singaporeans know that Anthony Bourdain wasn't just an incredible chef and human being. He was also pro-Palestinian, and I think it's really important that we all know him for his beliefs and values as well.
And I felt I was missing out the most in Singapore's Chinatown.
I haven't been back for 3 years, and I can clearly see there's a mainland Chinese F&B boom here. Chinatowns across the world sort of feel limited to me in a way just because I eat halal. I don't expect the food to be halal. It is Chinese food after all, and there can be pork and lard in the dishes. I'm finding I can't read all the menus. Some of the staff that work in the restaurants here, they don't speak very good English, which is fine, but it's hard to ask about the food and the ingredients, and even to ask about drinks as well. Sometimes you just want to sit down with a cold drink here in hot and humid Singapore. And it's not even about the food. I don't feel as engaged and connected with this area as much as I have in the past. It's just a bit strange to me that international food businesses are in Singapore and are kind of drawing the line for who is welcome in an area and who isn't.
Because when you can't find somewhere to eat, you don't feel welcome. And I'm not complaining. I just want to share what it's like for Muslim travellers like me. But Kuala Lumpur fed me in ways Singapore didn't. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the food is better in Malaysia than it is in Singapore or vice versa. Some things I preferred in one place over the other.
This curry puff's tiny. I've noticed that it has these sort of like this pattern on it, which the ones in Singapore didn't. I don't know if they even gave me chicken. It's still nice. I think I prefer the ones at Old Changi though. Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest.
What made the biggest difference for me was accessibility, because in case it isn't obvious, Malaysia is a Muslim majority country and almost everything here is halal. I can just walk into most places, sit down and eat.
This is so good.
Whether it's roti canai, kaya butter toast, creamy laksa, curry mee, chicken rice, nasi lemak, nasi goreng, nasi kandar, I don't have to search very far at all for these incredible dishes, all shaped by Malay, Chinese, Indian, Malaysians over the generations. And when you feel like something different, from halal Peranakan to Japanese and Korean food, there are so many options. But one of the cuisines I've been most excited to explore here is Chinese food. It's something I've rarely been able to experience like this anywhere else in the world.
I'm gonna break something. We ate a lot of food and it was delicious.
One meal leads to another, and suddenly you find yourself learning about a new culture and even speaking a new language.
What do you have?
Tofu pho. Delicious, right? I like how it's warm. If you speak Mandarin watching this, you can tell me how my Mandarin is. I've been practicing. 这是豆腐饭. I hope it's good.
Sounds good.
I don't know how to say anything else.
Student,
是谁?
isn't it? 学生.
学生, oh yeah. 律师, doctor. 老师, teacher.
Doctor is 医生.
Oh yeah, sorry. What is 律师? Oh, lawyer. I'm getting there. I'm not very good at languages.
Just need some consolidation.
Yeah.
And maybe a practice partner as well.
If you want to practice with me, let me know in the comments because I need someone to practice with.
From sweet tofu pho to Chinese Muslim beef rotis, food connects me to people who I share something even deeper with than food: faith.
This is the first time I'm trying one of these. I think founded in northwest China by Chinese Muslims. Oh, basically a paratha roll, but crunchier. See the chicken, the pastry layers. There's this waft of the onions coming through that just, oh, I love the fragrance of onions, especially fried onions. Look at that. It's bigger than the palm of my hand. I don't think many people know that there's so many Muslims across the world, including from China. I do feel like people can be quite ignorant about Muslims and Islam, especially not knowing that there's 2 billion Muslims across the world with hundreds, if not thousands of cultures. We come from so many places, from everywhere. And I find it strange because people will know about, I don't know, Chinese culture, or Japanese culture, even European culture, through films and stories being told by the media, etc. But I just wish people would kind of read more themselves about Muslims and who we are and the cultures we come from, instead of buying into negative media headlines. There's 2 billion of us. We're good people and we make good food.
But there's always a question: are dishes authentic if they've been altered to halal requirements?
I'm really conscious of my big spots on my forehead, which Amin keeps teasing me about, but yes, it's part of life. I've never had Peking duck before, so we are so excited to try this. The waiter here is just carving it up into these beautiful thin slices, and I can smell it. It's just so fragrant, and oh, it just smells so good already. Before we came here, I was learning how to do this. A little bit of hoisin sauce, a little bit of, I think this is spring onion. Get a little bit of your duck, and then you just basically wrap it. Wow. It's sweet and savory at the same time, that I just feel the Chinese always are able to perfectly balance. There's that aromatic duck coming through. Delicious. It's not often we get to have Chinese food because it's not usually halal, so this is a real treat for us. One dish that I've never tried before is bak kuh teh. I had never heard of it until we moved to Singapore, because there were quite a few bak kuh teh restaurants in Balestier where we first stayed. It's traditionally made with pork, so if I did find a halal version, it will probably be made with beef, which kind of raises the question about how authentic it is. Obviously it's not authentic if it's made with beef, but at the same time I can't have it if it's made with pork. Do I feel like I would like to try bak kuh teh still? Of course I want to try it, but I won't. My faith is really important to me. But if there is a halal bak kuh teh place that you've heard of wherever you are in the world, let me know, because if we ever travel there, I have somewhere to go and kind of try it, a version of it. That would be really amazing.
And to be fair to the F&B industry, serving halal food isn't always simple in places like Singapore and even Malaysia. It can mean sourcing different suppliers, funding separate kitchens, purchasing expensive certifications, and for some businesses, that might mean it's not worth doing at all. But when places do make that effort, it means something to people like me. Growing up in 90s London, halal food outside of South Asian, usually Bangladeshi-run restaurants was rare. But somewhere along the way in my 20s, I started to notice something change.
There's a lot of stuff on the table.
There is. We're just waiting for the chicken. Me and Amin, we're second generation British Bangladeshi Muslim, and we've become part of the food story in the UK. And from the age of, I guess, 16, 17, I started to notice even supermarkets were selling halal meats and chicken. Restaurants have caught on that we are a market that are seeking a wider variety of halal food. Believe it or not, I had my first international dish at about the age of 18. It was in an amazing Japanese restaurant. I had my first ramen there, halal ramen. And I really do think it changed everything for me. I think trying different cultures, food and dishes is an amazing way to discover them. And I think it just makes people more open-minded. And for me personally, it opened up travel for me. It made me want to travel. So something I learned about Korean culture is not to lift like the bowl to your mouth. You're supposed to kind of like eat down, lower yourself to the bowl. I'll just see how I manage that. And it's different from Japanese culture where they consider it more elegant to raise the bowl towards your mouth. So I just thought that difference was quite interesting. There's a kick after. So personally, I'm very grateful to any restaurant or business that tries their hardest to make a halal menu available to people like me, because it really lets us get to know another culture through their amazing food.
Food is my love language, and Asian food feeds my soul. Malaysia and Singapore have both given me a way to explore it in a way I could never before in the UK. But here in Kuala Lumpur, where halal food is absolutely everywhere, this is the first time I've truly felt what a food paradise means.
It's quite spicy, babe.